Okay, so this is a video I didn't really expect to make on, Sunday I think it's the 18th of April 2021, but nevertheless, we're going to get into it because, yeah, a European Super League, as we all know if you've, seen the news. If not, basically, a European Super League is in the works. It's in the makings, and it could potentially be announced tonight. It could be announced by the time this video goes up, because I'm recording this, I think, around 9:45, and basically, the reason why this video is out a little bit later than the news was actually announced in the media is because I wanted to wait till 9:30 came, and because that was the arranged time of announcement for this league, and I wanted to wait till 9:30 struck so I could actually see what's going on and see if this is actually a real thing. But now apparently it's announced at 10:30 or something like that, so I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm really confused as to what's going on and as to what's happening with regards to this European Super League, and that's why I just want to make this video absolutely immediately and get it out as soon as I possibly can, because it's a topic I just simply, as a football fan, cannot ignore. And even though I'm wearing a Roma jersey, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you will know I am a Chelsea fan, and Chelsea being one of the teams that are supposedly involved in this European Super League, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed at all. And if this is the case, I mean, after every single good that Roman Abramovich and this Chelsea board have done for us over the years, I will lose every bit of respect for them if this goes through. And that's simple. It's that simple to say, if I'm honest. And basically, for those of you who aren't aware of this, I want to go quickly through the format, the projected format of what this European Super League is potentially going to look like. And to be fair, we've seen a lot of, threats and news regarding European Super League potentially being in the works for a few years' time, etc., etc. But this one looks concrete. This one looks scarily realistic, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, and that's why I want to go through this one now, do a video on this European Super League news. And basically what they're saying is there's going to be 12 teams involved in this European Super League, those 12 teams being Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United and Tottenham in England, then Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, Inter Milan and Juventus. So 12 teams, all of course in England, Italy and Spain. There has been rumours, or not really rumours, but according to this news, PSG, Bayern Munich and I think Borussia Dortmund as well. Don't hold me to that, but I think those are the three teams that have apparently rejected invitations to this European Super League. And if that's the case, fair play. I've got all respect for you guys if you have done this. And yeah, basically what's going to happen is UEFA and FIFA are going to be at war with this European Super League, especially with the fact that PSG and Bayern Munich have, apparently turned it down, and Dortmund of course as well, I think. And basically fair play to those guys, because I'm telling you right now, if Bayern Munich and PSG especially had accepted invitations to this European Super League, this would 100% be happening, and nobody, absolutely nobody, would be able to do anything about it. And yeah, it's a really scary thought. And to be honest, we all know at this stage, it would absolutely ruin football forever if this happens. It will ruin it forever. I mean, it's greedy, it's selfish, it's absolutely disgusting and disgraceful that this is even in the works, let alone happening, because of course we don't know if it's actually going to happen yet, but it does look likely. And I think if it doesn't happen now, it definitely will happen in a few years. I think everybody is aware of that. I mean, Arsene Wenger said it like 10 years ago that it's going to happen eventually. And yeah, apparently Florentino Perez is the main guy in it, and then you have John W. Henry, the Glazers and Stan Kroenke, of course, the three cancer American owners in the Premier League. Of course, Arsenal fans don't like their owner, United fans don't like their owner, Liverpool fans don't like their owner. So what have they done? They've teamed up and they've put money before the fans, like they haven't been doing that for the last fucking 15 years. And yeah, would you believe it? But honestly, as I said, it's going to be ridiculously bad for football, because basically what they're doing, like they haven't been already, they're choosing money over fans. And that's, that's been evident over football for years. I think we're all aware that that's been happening for years. But this takes the piss. This takes the utter piss. And to be honest, you're seeing people on Twitter that support teams that are joining this European Super League actually saying they want to disown their club. I've seen Gary Neville speak about this, and Gary Neville, he got absolutely spot on, if I'm honest. And yeah, go and listen to Gary Neville speaking about it if you haven't already. And I'll be one of the ones, I'm not going to lie, as a Chelsea fan, I will seriously consider not supporting this club, definitely to the same extent, if this was to go through. I really can't, and definitely I will not feel the same about Chelsea Football Club if this does come into effect, because we'll have forgotten every bit of history, every bit of moral this club has ever stood for and ever will stand for if this happens. You're forgetting the history of the club, you're basically turning it over and saying money's more important. I mean, I saw an image on Twitter that actually made me think, and I've seen it a few times over the years, but it really resonated with me this time. And it's that it was a banner that I think fans put up in I think like a Greek league match or something like that. Football was a game made by the poor and taken by the rich. And I think it's fair to say that it makes absolutely every bit of sense, and it's perfect timing to release that statement, to release that, banner now on Twitter. And I've seen it today. It's so true. And basically what's happened is owners are coming into football, in particular American owners. Sorry for any American viewers, I don't mean to offend you because you're not the problem whatsoever. It's these owners that have just decided to be the cancer of this sport, the sport we all love, the sport we all grew up with and want to continue growing up with loving. It's the only thing I have in my life is football. So if they take this away from me, amongst other people as well, I want blood. I'd want blood. I seriously would. And these American owners have come into football clubs in England. They've turned them into cash cows. They're using them as washing machines for money. I think it's fair to say that. And to be honest, one thing as well I've actually seen about this European Super League is probably what's going to happen with these games as well when they're played in the European Super League. There's going to be one game in Dubai, another one in Las Vegas, another one in Tokyo, another one in Sydney. So basically, if Liverpool never play in Liverpool, are they Liverpool anymore? If Manchester United ever don't play in Manchester, are they Manchester United anymore? The same with City, the same with Chelsea, Spurs, every single team in this league. If they never play in their city, are they actually that city anymore? Do they actually, are they actually recognisable in that area? Because football, football clubs represent their areas in England, Spain, Italy, every single country. The football club represents them as people as well, and it's a really proud thing for people in that area. And obviously I'm not from London, but I'm speaking on the behalf of London-based people where, Chelsea are so important to Londoners because they're a London-based club. They grew up in that area. Arsenal the same, Spurs the same, Fulham, Palace, every single London club, West Ham. And the thing about this as well, it's going to be so dead. I mean, first of all, obviously on paper it looks really good because all the best teams will be playing the best teams week in, week out, non-stop. It'll get really boring after a while because I can tell you right now what's going to happen. If a game, Chelsea versus Real Madrid is being played in Las Vegas, the only fans that will attend this, because first and foremost, most football fans in general, I think 98, if not 99, if not 100% of football fans worldwide are completely and utterly against this idea of a European Super League. So what's going to happen? The only actual spectators at games are going to be corporates, locals, or tourists. That's literally going to happen. So you're going to have absolutely no atmosphere whatsoever. It's going to be an absolute joke. It really is going to be a disgrace. And it really sickens me as well because I think, the founders of this European Super League, they're pretty much acting as if those 12 teams, and of course the teams that rejected proposal and the teams they want to be in this European Super League, they're acting as if they're the only clubs that actually matter. They're actually acting if these are the only clubs on planet Earth. It's going to ruin the entire structure and the entire enjoyment and love and passion at every single level of football. This won't just affect the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, and all these leagues that these teams will be leaving. This affects every league below that. It affects the likes of Porto, Ajax, Benfica, those kind of teams from those obscure nations as well, because they rely so much on the Champions League, which isn't going to be same anymore because, of course, these massive teams won't be in anymore. It's going to have a massive domino effect for the whole of European football. It really is. And yeah, overall, I mean, it's just a league set up by money-driven power junkies. It really is. These American owners, including Florentino Perez and all them, it's an absolute cancer to football, and we knew for a long time now that money was overtaking football when it really shouldn't have been this prominent in the game. But this, as I said, is taking the piss. It's taking it beyond where anybody wants and expects it to go. It really is, and it's an absolute disgrace. As I said, it's an absolute joke, and every football fan and every single person that's against this, and all we can hope is that the players and the managers and everyone else, except for the owners, strongly opposes this and maybe goes on strike or something, because we cannot let this happen. We can't. It'll ruin the sport we love forever. It'll have long-lasting effects, probably till the end of time. If this happens, I genuinely don't know where to go from this. And the sad thing is, by the time this video is announced, or released I should say, it might even be announced. It might even be official that this is happening. And I just pray to God that they've seen the backlash from everyone. Even Boris Johnson's come out, the Premier League's come out, UEFA, FIFA, everybody and their nan has come out with a statement in opposition of this plan. Hopefully they just see this, and hopefully in the little morals they have, they can actually understand what football is about. Please don't do this. And yeah, on that note, I think we are going to leave this video where it is because I've rambled on for too long now. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, and if you're against this European Super League, like this video, comment, whatever you can to just raise awareness and spread the word that football fans do not want this by any stretch of imagination at all. And yeah, basically, if you could subscribe to the channel as well, that would be massively appreciated. We are looking to hit 1.6k subscribers as soon as we possibly can. That would be massively appreciated. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and hopefully we get some positive news in regards to the fact that this hopefully won't fucking happen. So yeah, see ya.